Hi, how are you?
Yes, Chandan, I'm so good. Thanks for asking. And how about you? How's your day going so far?
Yeah, my day is going on well, and I'm today really excited and very happy because today I'm going to connect with those people who are very experienced and expert in this field.
Oh, so yeah, that's good to hear. So thank you. So as we are meeting for the first time, so I would love to give my introduction. So it would be good for your viewers and watchers who are going to watch this video later. So my name is Ashutosh Dwivedi, and I'm speaking to you from Kanpur, Uttar Pradesh. When it comes to my education, I am pursuing my master's degree in English literature. Apart from this, I run a YouTube channel based on spoken English conversations, and professionally, I train my students and I help them to speak better English. So I'm a spoken English trainer by profession. So that's all about me. And thank you so much for inviting me on your YouTube channel.
Thank you so much, also. And I am going to ask you some questions if you want them. Okay,
Why not? Of course. Already I gave you the permission. You can ask questions and I'll be giving answers for sure.
okay. So I would like to know your first best moment of your life. Would you like to describe now?
Oh my goodness, what a difficult question you started, I would say. It's a very difficult question. I can say very difficult for me to find out a moment. You said like best moment of my life, right? And the happiest moment of my life. What can I say? To be honest, when I got selected in Navodaya, so basically I'm a Navodaya student and I was studying my village. I was studying in my village before 2012. So when I got that joining letter or call letter, whatever they call it, and I got the admission in Navodaya, so I was very happy for it because I used to study in a village. But when I got the opportunity to study in Jawahar Navodaya Vidyalaya, which is the one of the best schools, I would say, in our country, so that was the happiest moment. I was so happy, but I was so happy. My parents were happy together. But after a few moments, they started actually being becoming emotional because I had to leave because this is a boarding school, and I went to Navodaya. So that was really difficult. So first, I was very happy. I was very happy, but my parents, they became unhappy because I had to leave. So that was the happiest moment, I would say. But the question you asked, it's very difficult for me to tell anything specific, but I told you.
Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah, I can understand. That was the first incidence you got the desirable selections, as you mentioned.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. So I have another question. When did you get feeling you should be learning a spoken English?
I was always curious to know about spoken English, that how I can speak English. When I was at a school, when I got selected in Navodaya, so when I was in eighth or ninth, I still remember I have one of my friends. So when he came just from his house in ninth standard, so he learned spoken English, and I was quite fascinated by his speaking skills. But I felt it's really difficult to do so because I used to think without joining institute I cannot speak English. That was my mindset. So, but later, 11th and 12th, everything I did. But when I went to university, I felt that I should work on my spoken English and I should work on my communication skills, moreover. So, I got two incidents which inspired me to work on my English. One incident which happened in BHU. One day I was in a queue of bank. So there was a guy from other state or maybe other country. I'm not sure about it. And he asked me, "Can you speak in English?" And I said, "No, I can't." So confidently, I said no. But at that point of time, I was confident enough to say no. But when I came back to my room, I felt a little bad about it, that I was not able to speak English and I was not able to understand whatever he wanted to say to me. So that's how it is. And second incident which happened in, there was a sports meet in my campus. So two professors, they were talking to each other in English, and me and one of my friends, they were looking at their faces actually, that how nicely they are talking. But after a moment, I felt, oh my God, like why can't I work on my spoken English? Because I am also the student of bachelor's degree at this moment. So those two incidences helped me to work on my English. And COVID was a boon for me, to be honest. When I came back to my hometown, I got a lot of laser time to work on my skills. Then I thought of working on spoken English. So I
Wow.
started my journey on 29th April 2020 precisely. That was my first day, and I started working on my English from that day onwards.
That's a really inspirational, inspirational journey of yours, and I really appreciate you because of your decisions at your pastimes brought you on these levels. Still, you are talking very nicely, as you ever expected from yourself, right? That's totally remarkable. Okay, I have another question. What kinds of strategy do you apply to motivate yourself for longer?
Actually, it's very difficult to be motivated all the time, and it's not true that you can be motivated 24/7. Ups and downs are the parts of your life, and it happens. So, what I do to motivate myself, first thing, I think it is my passion, right? So I like it. But then also sometimes it becomes difficult for you to be motivated. Then I talk to my parents. Sometimes I talk to my mom and I just try to express my thoughts with her. And when I talk to her, I feel relaxed and I get something in my mind that it's okay, I can manage. And sometimes I talk to my friends, okay, when it comes to something like, I have to discuss related to that. And third thing, YouTuber community. If you're working on YouTube and if you have friends from a spoken English journey, so you can talk to them specifically and they can understand your pain related to this journey. So that's what I do. And apart from this, I follow such people who are really good in motivating. I would say Sadhguru, Gaur Gopal Das, Jay Shetty. So I listen or watch their content, which helps me to become better and do something whatever I'm doing.
Okay, that's a great. Yeah, people has various kinds of strategy to get motivating self by having any kinds of reasons, right? So it's really great. Okay, so I would like to know the way, like I just want to know by you, especially in a spoken field, what is the best and what is the first priority of the learner? They should be follow in a speaking field.
So, what I say for a language, it matters a lot that you should listen to that language first. What is the natural method of learning a language is to listen first. If I will say, when I was a child of 2 or 3 years old, I started listening to my parents. They used to speak in Hindi, right? So they speak in Hindi though, right? So if I would have born in a family of English people, I would have listening to English content and I would be English native speaker, right? So listening is the first step to get the language naturally. So you should, or anybody who would like to become better in English, they should listen to the language content in English or any other language. And second thing, what I feel, that is expression, that how you are going to express yourself. When I listened to my parents first, then I started looking at them, that how they are expressing their thoughts and how they are expressing their feelings, their emotions, their gestures, body like posture and everything. So that I say to second, focus on and observe on these facial expressions, body movements and everything. And third, try to do practice. And then I started speaking to my parents in broken words, like whatever we say, like in our language. Sometimes we use some normal words like mum mum tatta, like we do not speak right words, but that is the code language, and literally we start speaking that language. So that's how it happens. So try to focus on listening first, then observing on the expression skills, and then try to do practice as much as you can. That's what I believe is the right way to learn this language.
Yeah, that's really great. I'm also agree. Okay, another question I have, like, what is the your opinion about grammar? Because various learner have various kinds of opinion relatively of grammar. So, what is your opinion? I would like to know your perspectives.
When it comes to grammar, grammar is very important and it is the most important pillar for any language. But I told you the natural method of learning grammar is by listening to your parents or by listening to native speakers, by listening to authentic content. That is also one way to improve grammar, okay? And second way is just by directly studying grammar, grammar topics, tenses, modal verbs, whatever it is. So what I feel, if you are good in basics, you can do practice. But if you are not good in basics, at least you should know, because we do not have English environment here, right? We are not living in England, America, or Australia. We are living in India. So we try to read grammar and we have this in our syllabus. So read grammar, and what I feel at this stage, if I'll talk about myself, to be honest, so I would not say I'm very good in grammar, but at least I know tenses and I know the sentence structures, that how it works, because I studied before. So that's how it is. If somebody is not able to recognize sentence structures and they are not aware of tenses, then they should study grammar a little. They should become better with these basic topics, and then they should start speaking. There are many ways to get grammar. First thing, if you read also, if you know how to read English book, if you will read that book a lot, it will improve your grammar, because you are reading authentic sentence structures and it goes to your subconscious mind. And when you listen to English content, the same thing happens. You get grammar without actually putting focus on it consciously, but unconsciously you are getting right grammar by listening to native speakers or good speakers. And third thing is that directly go and take grammar classes, maybe practice or exercise all those things. Grammar is important, but it depends on a person to person on what level they are and what kind of person they want to be. They want to see themselves as a grammar geek, grammar teacher, or a spoken English teacher, public speaker. So it differs from person to person what kind of goal they have and what they need in their career.
Okay, I have another question like why the hesitations come to the beginner mind? What are the biggest reasons behind to coming out hesitations? Because hesitation are various kinds of types you know very well. So why it comes to the beginner mind? And how we can reduce out? What is the solution of it? I would like to your opinion.
Yeah, agitation is a quite natural thing, I would say. It comes to anyone. Of course, if you are going to do something for first time, not for English only, if you are going to play cricket for the first time, you will be agitated enough. If you are going to play basketball, you would be quite actually agitated to go on basketball court. So the same thing with English, because whenever you are going to try something new in your life, you will be agitated. You are not going to be confident from the first actually your chance. Okay, so it is quite obvious, even though everybody starts from zero. When I started my journey till now, sometimes I agitate and I have agitation if I'm going on a new place. If I have to talk to somebody who's a very good English speaker and good professional, I get agitation. If I have to go to and talk to the director of any spoken English institute, I have agitation. Why not? Because I'm doing it for the first time and I do not know what kind of person he is. So agitation is quite natural, but that you can remove agitation by doing that thing again and again. Repetition. If you will do more and more conversations, you are going to be comfortable doing it. So practice is the key of removing that agitation from your mind. The more you do it, it becomes really familiar for your mind, and that mind does not give you that agitation when you are doing something. So it's all about practice and doing that act again and again, and that would help you to come out from that agitation.
Thank you so much. Really, that's a really great opinion have you here. Okay, I have another question like what is your opinion about accent? Accent it really matters a lot in the beginner life or not? What is your opinion?
Accent does not matter actually. It's something like I would say you want to have a cold drink, okay? But every people want some different flavor, right? If I would say there is this cold drink is there, but simple cold drink. But some people want just orange flavor. Some people if you would go to shop, the soda is there, something whatever they call it. So strawberry flavor or this orange flavor. The same accent is like a flavor. So you should know how to speak English with the right pronunciation, and you should know how to articulate your thoughts. But later you can add flavors according to your choice, what you like, strawberry flavor or just orange flavor. So the same thing with accent. When you are able to speak English correctly, you are able to express your thoughts and clearly people can understand you well. Then it depends on your choice, what kind of flavor you want. Australian accent or Canadian accent, American accent or British accent. So it's up to you. It's not compulsory, it's a choice. If you are able to speak in a natural accent and with the right pronunciation of words, for sure you can be a better speaker, and it is not compulsory to adopt any specific accents, maybe American or British. So that's what my opinion on that. I'm not very much into it, but of course, by talking to people from certain location, you get that actually accent. If you will talk to Americans for a very long period of time, after 1 or 2 years, you will feel that you are getting an impact and you are getting touch of that American accent in your voice. That's how it happens. But it is not compulsory, and it's the last thing in English.
Okay, that's a great. So I have another question like what do you think about maintaining consistency? It would be really impacted at the learner's life or not? And what is kinds of benefit the
Consistency.
learner can get? Yeah, maintaining consistency.
Consistency is quite difficult to maintain, to be honest. It's been 4 years for me, but sometimes it becomes difficult to maintain consistency because we have a lot of responsibilities. So that's how it is. But I would say that is very, very important thing. It does not matter how many hours do you practice, but it matters a lot that every day do you practice or not. If you're practicing 10 minutes every day, do it every day. Do not give excuses to yourself. Okay, but some people, what they do, they practice 3 hours today, and after that they take a break of 2 months and 3 months. So that is not going to work at all. So consistency plays a vital role in everyone's life. And when I started my journey, I was quite consistent. I used to talk every day. I make sure, even though if I'm going outside, I would talk to someone for 10 or 15 minutes. If I'm not able to practice for 2 hours, but I would practice at least for 15 or 20 minutes. So that is very important for anyone and anything, not in English only. If you want to do anything in your life for success, or if you want to become better at anything, you need consistency for that. And no excuses. No, my I would say sometimes you would say, oh, I don't have mood to do it. No, don't go according to your mood actually. Try to do it, even though if you like it or if you don't like it. Later you will just, I would say, enjoy the results, and you would say that I did something good. Yeah.
Yeah, you are right. I'm also agree because by maintaining consistency, you are going to gradually reach at your levels as you expect from yourself to be letting appear of yours around the persons. That's a great. So I would like to know the your biggest, I mean, first embarrassed moment of your life.
What kind of embarrassed moment, I would say,
Like
like,
usually, like have you ever faced any kinds of hesitation, like connecting with the expert person in English conversations? So that kinds of embarrassed moment I would like to know by you.
exactly. That's very common, as I already mentioned, that if you're doing something for the first time. So when I made my first video conversation with Josh Mohan sir, I was not, I would say I was speaking English, but I was not confident enough. I had a lot of fear in my heart. That was the first. And before that also, I did conversation with few native speakers also on Halo application. I used to use Halo application. There I got some chances to have conversation with some American people, or I still remember there was a one teacher Richard from America, or one just from just UK. So when I talked to them, I was quite afraid. I was not aware what I'm speaking. Okay, and so that's how it is. So that was the first moment, because talking to native speaker is always really a big moment for somebody who wants to learn English and who does not know how to speak English. So that's how it is. So those were the moments. Then later I became very comfortable talking at people. But nowadays also, if I'll say, now I'm quite comfortable talking to people online. But if I would go an offline center, again the same thing occurs. If I have to talk to a director, or maybe the good person who's already maybe have a good experience, he has been abroad, all those things. Then of course, when I took this camp also, offline camp, as a trainer, I felt that training people offline is totally different from training people online. So all these moments were there where I felt that what to do, what not to do, and where to start and how to start.
Yeah, yeah, you're right. Because before connecting with the expert person, some thoughts comes to inside of us and bothering, insisting, right? And compiling, we have start thinking unpredictable thoughts inside of us. What kinds of questions they will ask us, and how will I reply? Essence, right? So these are things.
Exactly.
Um, these are things make embarrassment. Yeah. Okay. So I would like to know your ambitions of life now.
Yeah, again, the difficult question. Ambition, I would say, yes, at this moment, what I think, I want to grow my YouTube channel as much as I can. I want to work as a social media content creator. I want to help out to the people in spoken English, and I want to have my own offline center in future where I can help people regionally with the public speaking or just personality development things. So at this moment, only I'm trying to focus on this. this social media content, and I want to grow it because there is no limit for social media content, and you can do a lot.
Yeah, yeah, you're right. And apart from it, is there any specific goals of your life? Would you like to say now?
Specific goals of my life, I want to be a peaceful human being, I would say. So moreover than the social media content creator, all those things, these are for the profession and money. But I want to be a good human being. I want to be a peaceful man. That's what I want from myself, because it is very important to have that skill to handle all those things when you get something, because social media is something where you get followers, and the same point of time you get haters, you get a lot of critics, and you get appreciation both. So I want that capability to handle, and I want to be the man of, like, that peace, I would say, where I can handle all those things from the calm head. So that's how it is. Apart from this, I do not have any specific goals, and I just focus on the present. So I don't know what future holds for me. I'm enjoying and doing whatever I do right now, so I'm focusing on present, and I do not know what will happen in the future. Yeah.
That's a great. You have a proper clarity about life. That's why you are very with accuracy. You are giving me proper answers as I expected from you. You are really great a speaker. Really, I
Oh,
don't
thank
have
you.
now questions. If you want, then you can ask.
Yes, okay. Thank you so much for asking a lot of questions, and nice questions, I would say. So yes, the question goes to you, that what about you? Can I know something about yourself, please, if you wouldn't mind?
Sorry. Could you repeat once?
Yes, I said, can I know something about you, if you couldn't mind, if you wouldn't
Yeah,
mind?
yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. Of course, I would like to give you my introduction first. Actually, I belong to Bihar state, and I living at a village area. So there you can consider I'm having very less environment, to learn these kinds of language. Instead of I just got determination inside of my like no matter what kinds of situation I get into my life, but I have to maintain my consistency and I have to be expert in this language as well because I'm very passionate person and I love to interact with the people, especially new people, by learning the custom, rituals, so many things of life. Okay, and if I talk about my hobbies, so I like to travel at various kinds of places by a varying purpose, and yeah, it's all about me, not specific things I have.
Oh, that's great to hear. And what about what is your long-term goal? What do you want to be in your life?
Actually, I would like to become as teachers you can consider because as I expected, as I consider, if you indulge in yourself in this field, so whole life you will be having respect by the peoples, which is more precious, consider of the human life, precious post. I mean quality, as we expect in life. Okay, and being a good citizen in your society, right? And as well as you will get the chance to educate other also. Whatever you want through your life, whole life you will have the chance to educate other and sharing your experience around peoples to make educated, developing their personalities and various kinds of field you will have the opportunity as I consider.
Okay, so you want to be an educator. Okay, that's great. Yeah, that's always great, and it is a noble profession for everybody. So yes, that's great. So that's all from my side. Thank you.
Yeah, so thank you so much for the connecting with me. Because I wanted to connect with you because I had seen a lots of video of yours with the many learner. So I also wanted to connect with you and talking to you. So it's a really wonderful conversation with you. You're a very nice person and very good speaker as well. Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you so much. Many, many thanks to you, Chandan, for inviting me on your YouTube channel. And all the best, and best wishes for becoming a great educator in your life.
Thank you. Bye.